Hello, welcome back. Laura from Yoga by Laura Nicole here. I've got a lovely, quick and slow sequence for you to enjoy. Nothing crazy long, so you can probably scoot it into little pockets of your day. So get your blocks, get your straps, and let's get ready. So let's go ahead and start in child's pose. And you can make your knees as wide as your mat. Bring your big toes touching. Let your forehead get heavy on the mat. And let your arms lay by your side, palm side up. I want you to feel gravity really pushing on your lower back here. And letting it really release and relax. So you may find that you want to spread your knees further apart. Feel free to wiggle around. You don't have to feel stationary here. But really allow the breath to travel all the way to that lower back area. Let your neck get nice and long. Let's breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. On your next in-breath, start to come up onto your hands and knees. And we're going to do an extended child's pose, bringing your arms out in front of you, allowing the bottom part of your armpit to open up and relax. And from here, we'll start to do an upward dog to extended child's pose flow. So as you breathe in, let your chest kind of scoot the ground and come up into upward dog. And as you breathe out, send those hips back into extended child's pose. Now we'll complete this circuit many times, so just follow your own breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you breathe in, imagine your breath leading you, leading that top of your head towards the top of the mat and shooting out the top of your head. And as you breathe out, imagine the breath pushing you back onto your heels. Follow your own pace. So this time when you come into upward dog, tuck your toes, downward dog. Maybe walk it out a little. Look underneath your right armpit, look underneath your left. And this time, you can either come onto your knees and scoot into upward dog. So we'll go flow from downward dog to your knees to upward dog. But as you get stronger, you'll kind of scoot the ground. Keep following your breath. Really clawing with your fingertips. And stay in upward dog for a moment. Maybe look towards your right heel, letting your hip expand on your left side away from your rib cage. And then the opposite side, claw into your fingers if your wrists are feeling funky. Okay, let's go back in downward dog. Really pushing away from the mat, letting the undersides of your armpits expand. And as you breathe in, slowly, so you may have to tense your fingers up, slowly walk towards the top of your mat. Hold your elbows here. See if you can remain unhinged at your hips. Tuck your chin. Relax your shoulders on your back body. And really connect with your breath. Look down at your toes and slowly let go of your elbows. Maybe gently let your fingers rest on the ground. Look at your toes and maybe pick your toes up. Place your little toe down, your big toe down, and then the rest of your toes down. Gently bend your knees and come up as if you're growing from this foundation you made with your feet. Grow all the way up from the bottom to the top, vertebra by vertebra, with your head being the last thing to come up. Breathe in, bring your shoulders towards your ears. Breathe out, let them melt down your back body. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, melt them down. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, melt them down. Now from here, bring in your lower belly towards your spine. Send your butt kind of back and unhinge at your hips. And if that's hard to feel, think about your forehead, the crown of your head really reaching out and your tailbone reaching back. So doing that will help you unhinge. And also keep your lower belly tucked in. Now you may want to grab a block and just be here, which is totally fine. But see if you can relax your glutes. Now you can do your block at any level here. You can even put your hands on your shins or on your quads. Check in with your feet. See if maybe you can drop your arms and grab your big toes and pull yourself towards the ground. Eventually, your belly will be on your thighs. I'm almost there, not quite. All right, so let's place our hands down and we're going to tuck our toes, but put our knees on the mat. It's the thunderbolt pose that you were asking about, Tamsin. So you're really spreading your toes out, giving your toes a little bit of love, little health here. And once again, let's check with our postures, up, back, and down. Make sure your head is above your heart is above your pelvis. And this may be quite a stretch for your feet. So if you need to come out of it, just lean forward and untuck your toes. Do what you need to do. But for now, let's breathe here. Maybe breathe in, bring your arms up, and do a big stretch, keeping your ribs away from your hips. Maybe twist to the right and twist to the left. Breathe out, hands down. Untuck those back toes. Now, bring your shoulders up, back, and down. And your fingers can point back, but see if you can come back. See how far you can come back without hurting your knees. Now, if this is really tough on your knees, you can take a block and come back this way, or a pillow. But if you can, come down onto your elbows. Your knees are together. So if they're coming up, you see how mine are coming up? It's a little too far for me. So I'm going to stay here. And this time I'm going to have my fingers point towards my feet. So really keeping my shoulders right. Maybe let your head drop back, opening up that throat chakra, that area that allows for creativity and expression, self-expression, communication. And try and bring your chest up towards the ceiling. It's your heart chakra, it's your center of compassion. So both of these linked together may help with compassionate communication, if you're into all that crap. So breathe in, bring your head back down first. Maybe take a swallow or two. Slowly come up. And let's go down into child's pose. Extended child's pose, non-extended, wide-legged, not wide-legged, whatever you choose. And let's just lay here for a moment. Allow your back body to get heavy and your shoulders to melt. As you breathe in, let's come into tabletop position. Claw your fingers into the ground and make sure your feet are pressing into the ground. So breathe in, dip the belly, look at the ceiling. Breathe out, tuck the tail. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, tuck the tail. So I'm going to speed this up a little. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in, up, breathe out, tuck. Get organic with it. Wiggle whatever way you need to go. Maybe move your hands around for some wrist love. On your next in-breath, bring your right arm and your left leg up and bring it down. And switch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep switching. Follow your own breath. Keep those fingers clawed into the ground. Breathe out. Get back to center, and this time I want you to really put weight in the tops of your feet here. And on 3, we're going to lift our knees, and I'll show you what that looks like. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Really tuck your lower belly towards your spine. I know I say that a lot, but it's really a great thing to protect your spine. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Maybe wiggle it out a little. Okay, we'll do that again. Bring it up and really push out of your shoulders. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Wiggle it out. One more time. Claw into those fingertips. Really push out through your shoulders, so you're not dipping down. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Lift up. We're going to do it 10 seconds this time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. It ain't easy. So let's breathe in. Pick our hips up and back for downward dog. Step it out if you need to. Push out of your shoulder blades, so you're really pushing against the mat here. Breathe in, bring that right leg up. Breathe out, bring it between your hands. Bring your left knee down. Breathe in, bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, bring your hands back down, tuck that back toe, high plank. Breathe out to your belly. Breathe in, upward dog. Breathe out, downward dog. that feels so good. Breathe out, left leg up. Bring your arms up. Ah. Breathe out. Hands frame that front foot, tuck that back toe, step right to left, and hold those elbows. Try to position your body to where you're unhinging. So you may have to come out a little bit, recheck your shoulders, maybe grab your block, and let's unhinge. We're getting unhinged. So maybe reach forward for that block, whatever you gotta do. Dig in with those toes. Okay, let's slowly come back up with your head being the last thing to come up. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears, down your back, and let's bloom. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lifted. Breathe out, right leg back, right knee up, arms up. Breathe out, hands towards the heart. Breathe in, left elbow towards the inside of that right leg. And let that hand drop to the ground. So you may want to spin that back foot at a 45-degree angle, and if you need a block, totally reasonable. Be nice and strong. See if you can put weight in the back edge of that back foot. Breathe in, come back up to warrior two. Breathe out, frame that foot. Bring it back. Breathe out. Breathe in for upward dog. Breathe out for downward dog. Breathe in, right leg forward. Left knee up, arms up. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Twist towards the inside of that leg. Spin that back foot for warrior two foot. And bring your hand down. Now, here's something you may want to try at some point. So your arm comes up and back, and maybe you just want to grab the top of that back leg, or maybe you want to come around for a bind. Okay, let's go ahead and unwind. Coming back up, peace hands, nice and steady. Bring your hands to the ground, and let's bring that left foot to meet the right. Maybe march it out a little right here. Very nice. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, hands heart center. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lifted. So really have that crown and that tailbone go as far apart as they can. Breathe out, right leg back, right knee down. So let's heel toe that left foot towards the outside. I know we hate this one, but it works so well, right? So we're doing that lizard pose we all like. Unpeeling that hip open, exposing the bottom of that foot, moving the plant over so you can see better. And coming down to our elbows, onto our blocks, onto our hands, whatever degree feels comfortable. All right, breathe in, come back up onto your hands, bring that knee back up slowly. Heel toe that foot back towards the center. Tuck that back toe, bring that other foot back into downward dog. March it out a little. Maybe spin your triceps towards your face and put some weight in the outsides of your feet. Breathe in, bring that right leg forward. Left knee down. And we'll heel toe that fella over there and unpeel that hip. coming down to whatever degree feels great for you. One side may be way tighter than the other. No big deal. Keep breathing. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold. All right, breathe in, start to come up onto your hands. Bring that knee up nice and slow, heel toe back to the center. Bring that leg back, and we're actually going to go into a wide-legged child's pose just for a moment. Okay, breathe in. We're going to meet on our bellies for a moment with our palms beside ourselves. This is a variation on locust. So, with your chin facing down on the mat, your face facing forward, bring your right leg up and try to use your core to assist you with these. Bring your left leg up and then down. Breathe in, bring your right leg up just as high as you can. Breathe out. Breathe in, left leg. Breathe out. Now we'll do both legs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep your chin down. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing. And relax. Maybe place your head to one side to relax for just a second. And we'll do both legs again. Okay, come back to center. And on 3, we'll lift both legs. 1, 2, 3. Maybe lift your hands. Maybe lift your chin and chest. See how high you can come. Very nice. And release. So, let's push up into seated position. Let's cross our feet behind us. And what? Now we're in Dandasana. So, for some of you, sitting in staff pose or Dandasana, you feel kind of like this. It's just because you haven't loosened enough in your pelvis to be able to tilt forward. Even if you remove the flesh backwards, your pelvis just doesn't tilt forward enough. I'm actually borderline here. So what will help is if you grab a block or a small pillow, and you'll notice it's much easier to tilt forward. No shame in it. We all begin at different levels. So there's some things that I can do that I'm surprised I can do, and there's some things that I can't do that I'm like, shouldn't I be able to do this by now? But it's just human nature. So find your comfortable seated position here. Remove the flesh if you need to. So you're solidly on your sit bones. And from here, I want you to have your hands back behind you with your fingers pointed out, like out behind you, and make your spine nice and tall. Flex your feet as much as you can. Try to get your heels off the ground. So you're really igniting your quadriceps. Tuck your lower belly in as much as you can. And this is really going to activate your pelvic floor, but it's also going to help you kind of know where your pelvis is and activate your pelvis. And release. Breathe in. Bring them up, 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 up. Bring your toes really towards your face. And release. Now we're going to point our toes. So point as hard as you can. You may get a cramp in your foot like I just did. Point, 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 point. Notice what facial expressions you're making. And release. Okay, let's do it again. Point, point, point. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your face relaxed. Maybe a gentle smile, and release. So from here, try your best to unhinge from your hips. So that may just be sitting like this today, just totally successful. It's all steps in the right direction. Or it may be grabbing your big toes, maybe grabbing a strap, whatever you can do to still have an upright spine is awesome. It just takes time. So you can stay here. Try to have your toes towards your face. I think I feel comfortable here today. And breathe. Close your eyes and check in with yourself. Do a body scan. Maybe start at your forehead. And ask yourself if you can release anything there, if you're holding any tension. Your cheeks, your chin, your face, your chest, your shoulders, your belly, your back. See if there's anything you can release. Okay, breathe in, come up. Maybe wiggle it out a little. Let's scoot our butts down. Lay back. And breathe in and just bring your legs up for a moment. Now you may want to stay here, which is totally fine. Pull your lower belly. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's really a great thing to be mindful of. Pull your lower belly towards your spine. And you'll also notice when you do that, it usually activates like a whole set of muscles that you're like, what? That was there. Now you can stay like this, or maybe you want to push a little further and come up this far. Maybe bring one knee towards your forehead and up. The other knee towards your forehead and up. Maybe both knees and up. Both knees again. And if you're comfortable here, maybe inch your hands towards your upper back a little more and see if your feet can go behind your head. If they can't, no big deal. If they can, please do not move your head at all. Your neck is in a compromised position. So you can release your hands to be flat on the ground, or you can bind them behind you, holding your own hand behind you. Keep breathing here. Keep breathing. On your next inhale, bring your hands back to your lower back. Bring your legs up in the air. And slowly and mindfully come back down. Okay, let's have our arms apart and our legs apart. And melt down into our mats. Breathing in. You know you are breathing in. And breathing out. You know you are breathing out.